So, one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo growing up was The Legend of the Mystical Ninja. I remember staying up late trying to get further and further in the game until I finally beat it. I enjoyed the vibe of that game, the Japanese setting, and I liked how your weapon leveled up as you collected the little lucky cats that spawned and hopped out of the enemies that you killed. Boss battles in this game were completely amazing. Since then, I've always looked for some type of game similar to Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Unfortunately, most of the series games were released in Japan only. There were 2 Nintendo 64 games released in the US as well that I never got to play as a child, that I'm definitely going to go back and play after this. But I was scouring the internet and I found a game called Bakeru. I can't pronounce the whole name, but here it is on the screen. I found out that this was being developed by one of the original creators of the Goemon games. And I learned that Bakeru was going to be a spiritual successor to those old mystical ninja games. So, being the simple man I am, I downloaded the game and tried it for myself. And here's what I found. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode 2 of Retro Today, where I highlight new current gen games that either take inspiration from older retro games or capture that retro feel super well. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. So right now there is a demo available for Bakeru that you can download on the Nintendo eShop. And upon booting it up, I saw that the demo has 4 different options at the main menu. There's a tutorial level, there's a level you can play on normal, there's a robot fighting level, and a shoot 'em up level. So basically the main mechanics of this game is that you have drumsticks for weapons basically, and you can swing them alternatively with the L and R buttons on your Nintendo Switch controllers. You can also pair them together for a stronger attack and also hold them together. That kind of creates a AoE move, killing everything around you. The combat goes a little more in depth, which was kind of surprising to me, to where you can actually do a dodge roll that if you do at the perfect time, you will do a counter attack on the enemy. Also, you can block. If you have the perfect time for that as well, you can knock projectiles back at enemies as well. Another feature of this game is called the hinge abilities. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly and I apologize. But basically it's where you can transform your character to get past certain obstacles in each level. And these can range from shrinking yourself to changing into a character with guns. Each level is kind of broken down into 5 different collectible pools. You have your coins, which you use to buy upgrades and healing items, things of that nature. You have the hinge energy that increases your meter so you can use those special transformative abilities. You have souvenirs that you collect throughout each level. There's usually 3 of those per level. You have your trivia facts given to you by a guy that kind of looks like a turd. But anyways, and then lastly, you have these lantern objects that you have to collect to exit each level. Now, this game does have a lot of visual similarities as well as character models. It has these goofy dancing festival guys that are constantly dancing around each level that you have to kill, and those were previously in the other games as well. And there's this level as well where you're on top of rooftops, and there's these construction guys that hold these steel beams, and they can actually knock you back if you get in their way. So you kind of have to find an opening to attack them to where they don't have the steel beam in their face. Some cutscenes are actually like the 3D in-game model cutscenes, and others are like the comic book style cutscenes. Not every level is this linear beat 'em up style level. They kind of shake it up a little bit. They have these robot boxing levels where you jump into a big robot and fight another robot in a ring. You build up energy to do an ultimate move for big damage, and the controls are the same for attacking in this robot suit as it is in base game. Another level you could play is like a shoot 'em up style level where you get into what looks like a dog's head, and then you take off into the sky. You shoot guns on either side of the dog's ears, and you also have 3 bombs and a limited time continuous laser shot that regenerates. Also, there's like a racing level in the game as well, but that unfortunately was not available in the demo. Like I stated before, these are linear levels. One bad thing about this game is that I learned that you don't necessarily have to interact or attack any enemies in this game. You can basically just run past them all the way to the end. Now, there are some enemies in each level that you may or may not have to kill in order to get one of these lanterns that you absolutely need to collect to exit each level. But other than that, if you wanted to just run past every single enemy in the game, you can definitely do that from what I've experienced. Also, the coins that you pick up throughout the game, you get coins from breaking crates and also killing enemies, and you find them out in the world as well. But you can use these coins to buy things from a merchant who sells your character items that restore your health. These items could also give you permanent stat boosts or give you a certain one-time use perk during the level. For example, there was one where you could buy a cookie that you could use as a decoy, so enemies will attack it instead of you, so you can get out of tight situations. I did want to briefly mention that I really enjoyed the music for this game. It actually reminded me a lot of the original Legend of the Mystical Ninja game. Now, I also do want to say that this game has already previously been released in Japan last year. We are now getting a North American release on September 3rd. But before then, if you want to try the demo, it is available on the Nintendo eShop. So far, I've been having a lot of fun with the demo of this game, and I definitely plan on playing it when it releases on September 3rd. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there is going to be a physical release for North America yet, but there is a physical version available through Play Asia that I do plan on buying. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.